for grabs on the final Sunday of the season as well. And here it is. The Jags clinch it with a win. A loss would open the door for the Texans to steal the division. Of course, the NFL sets it up so both teams are playing at the same time. And the Jags, they drew a nice draw because they got the woebegone Titans in this one. Opening drive for Tennessee. Very interesting here. First and goal. Cam Ward, the rookie, the #1 overall draft pick, takes it himself and does get in, but lands awkwardly on the right shoulder. That would be it for him. He had played every offensive snap, the only player in football to do that up until that point, but he leaves at that juncture. So the Titans up 7-0. And then the Jags rattle off 41 straight points. It was a beatdown. Trevor Lawrence, who's been playing really well, Herman.
Oh, I mean, like let's just say this. He's scored 38 touchdowns, running and passing.
Yep. Passing the legendary Blake Bortles for the most in franchise history. And then Cam Little, what the heck? I'm going to try this from 67.
That looks like your golf shot. You had that nice draw.
Nice draw.
Oh, boy.
That's the second longest in NFL history behind his own 68-yarder from back in Week 9. Jags win at 41-7. A hot team heading into the playoffs. Winners of 8 in a row.
I love you guys so much, man. Love you guys so much. Seriously, hey, that felt pretty damn good, man. Hey, guys, so many people contributed to this. So many. Even today, every single skill player caught a pass today, guys. Think about that. So many records, guys, so many records. How about Cam? Guys, hey, such a great team win. Such a great team win. Man, this is a special group. This is a special group. And I'm so proud to be your coach. So proud to be here with you guys. But man, this work's just getting started now, man. This work's just getting started now, man. Guys, enjoy this moment, right? Talked about it last night. Enjoy this moment.
I got something to say, Trevor, because it's fun. We appreciate you so much for everything you do. I just want you to know all of Jacksonville behind you. We know it's a meme that's kind of going viral, so we got your own.
Oh, they're having fun. Even Cam Bleepin' Little gets a shout out there.
They are.
What a great season for Liam Cohen as a rookie NFL head coach. And Trevor Lawrence, he's turned a corner. The first 9 games of the Jags season had their ups and downs. They were outscored by their opponents over the first 9, but it's been pretty dang good ever since. 8 straight wins. Jacksonville's best point margin over any 8-game span in franchise history. How about that? All right, now the Texans, as we said, started the day. They thought they had a shot at this. But then when the Jags jumped out front, well, no good. Phillip Rivers watching Riley Leonard making his first career start. And Leonard acquitted himself nicely.
Oh, that's a blown coverage.
Yeah, I could even figure that one out.
That's a blown coverage.
That's a blown coverage.
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
I got him. He got him. Touchdown.
Alec Pierce,
that sounds like
big. Colts go up 7-3, and Leonard then throws the ball to his dad. Nicely done. C.J. Stroud rolling. He's got Jaden Higgins. Texans take the lead 13-10. Early third, Colts down 23-17. Leonard, we know how much he ran the football while at Notre Dame. He gets in. Colts go up. Now, the Texans saw the Jags were winning big. They pulled most of their starters. They got Davis Mills in there now. But, hey, Mills is getting the job done.
Yes.
Jalen Noel, pick up the 13. Texans in field goal territory. A few plays later, it's Kaimi Fairbairn from 43. Yeah, it holds on.
Yeah.
The Texans then scored a touchdown on the Colts' crazy lateral play as time expired. 38-30, the final.
Well, fair to say, even though you got the win. Maybe not the cleanest game for your defense. What do you guys need to shore up before the playoffs begin?
Man, protect the vision. That's what we're talking about, protect the vision. Everybody doing their job to get us to where we need to be. We're in the playoffs. How much better can we be? How can we watch this film, assess ourselves, get better, go into the locker room, go to practice, and get the details that we need to be cleaned up so we can get ready to go on this run.
To start the season 0-3 and be where you are, what have you learned about this team?
Perseverance, the togetherness of this team, the bonds that we have. I always say, man, going to West Virginia was probably one of the best things, man, that we did to connect as a team and to really come out here and play for each other and play for this whole city.
Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
As I told our guys after the game, we've been in all sorts of games, you name it. And what I'm most proud of is our guys find a way to finish, no matter if it's like it was today, in that fashion where you need a drive at the end, a 2 minute, you need to close it out. Hey, we can go do that. We're not shying away from any of those moments.
How about, the Texans themselves?
Yes.
As you know, when you start out 0-3, you got to try to keep the locker room and keep them playing hard. And credit to D'Amico Ryans for doing just that.
There's no doubt, and I think this offense continued to get better as the season, developed. They have an outstanding defense. Now, today wasn't a defensive game by any stretch of imagination, but that's what they really lay their hat on, is their defense. And now offensively, they're starting to play better. So this is a team in a division that probably a lot of people thought they would win this division. But all of a sudden, Jacksonville shows up.
Yeah, I did want to talk some more about the Jags and what they've done, because I think there's some sort of a gut feeling that, the Jags are going to get sideways at the end of the season, and Trevor Lawrence is not going to play particularly well. They've proved a lot of naysayers wrong over this stretch.
Well, look, when Trevor Lawrence came out, he was like the next guy. And played pretty good his first season, too. And then all of a sudden, he kind of disappeared. The Jacksonville Jaguars disappeared off the map. They were like, they're in Jacksonville. Who cares? They're back. They're back. Coach Cohen really's got this team playing. Offensively, Trevor Lawrence looks like an entirely different guy. He's totaled 38 touchdowns. I scratched my head on that one.
Yeah.
When you watched him play last year compared to this year, different play.
Okay, so let's take a look. They've won 8 in a row going into the postseason. Are they legitimate Super Bowl contenders?
Well, you get in the playoffs, you would hope that you feel like you have the opportunity to do that. Now, have they been in a lot of playoffs? No. And I always say this, when it comes to playoffs, the experience really becomes a factor. There are nerves in playoff games. And I say this as a former player that played in playoff games, compared to my first one, compared to the ones I played in later in my career. There's a whole different atmosphere, because you understand this. It's one and done. Now you're in the tournament to play in the biggest game you can play as a football player, the Super Bowl. You talk about in the offseason training camp, hey, we want to get in the playoffs, we're trying to go to the Super Bowl. Now this is like, we're in the tournament, and if you lose, there's no tomorrow. You go home. You're like everybody else. You start watching it. There's a different pressure when you get in the playoffs.
And, of course, the team they're drawing, the Buffalo Bills, coming to town.
They've been in a few playoffs.
They have, as you talk about experience.
And the quarterback has played in a lot of them, by the way.
That's a really interesting wild card weekend game. Bills at Jaguars. All right, let's move along. Over this way. There's the 1-seed scenarios in the AFC. Broncos, well, they basically had the inside track. They needed to just win, and they got it. The Patriots needed help, a win and then a Denver loss. As we talked about the Jaguars, they needed too much help, and they did their job. Our man, Herm Edwards.
It's good to be here, my friend.
Week 18. We got here, Herman.
Yes, we
One more
have.
show to do here. The Panthers and Bucks, mere bystanders today, watching their playoff fates be determined by what happened in Atlanta. Let's show you how this set up for them. Tampa Bay beat Carolina yesterday, still needed help. A Falcons win would put the Panthers in. A Saints win, on the other hand, and it's the Bucks that go to the playoffs. So we start with 2 teams that were eliminated coming in. Kind of a strange way of going about this. Who's alone? So the Falcons take the lead. Baker Mayfield. Did you see the stress on him, Herman?
Yes.
But offensive pass interference on Dante Pettis. You like the call?
That's a little sticky there now. Look at Mayfield. He moved from the one chair to the kitchen.
He's getting further away from the TV, I think. So it's the Falcons win at 19-17. Raheem Morris's team finished in a 3-way tie for the NFC South, but lost out on the tiebreaker.
One game, one game be the difference. Everybody's 8-9 in our division, and you had one game out there that we could have won that would have made a difference and made everybody a lot happier. But obviously, we want to go to the playoffs. We want to do major things. We want to do really good football things. But the only thing we can do today was win this game. And that's what the guys do. Our business is winning football games, and they did it today. There's no secret. We felt like we can be a playoff football team, and we didn't achieve those things. There's a couple games here and there that we'd like to go back and take some of those back, but you can't. This is a big-time season. This is a great league, and you got to find ways to utilize and take advantage of the opportunity that you have in front of you.
So the Panthers lose the final game of the season. They finish with a losing record, and they're going to the playoffs.
They actually lost their last two.
Yeah.
They're 8-9, along with Tampa Bay 8-9. Was there three teams 8-9?
Yeah, the Falcons.
All 8-9.
Yeah.
And somebody gets to go to the playoffs to represent the NFC South, and it will be the Carolina Panthers.
Well, what do you think about the Carolina Panthers and their chances? They got a home game, right? And they are playing, the way, they're playing the Rams.
And guess what? The Rams lost to Carolina in Carolina earlier this season.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting game.
Yeah, that makes it
makes it very interesting, right? If you're the Rams, you're going, well, we have some redemption, but we got to go play Carolina. And Carolina's sitting there going, hey, we beat you guys already.
Interesting that the Rams played their starters today. Matthew Stafford was brilliant. They got the win. And I think you want to be in this spot. If you're one of the wild card teams, you want to play the Panthers. That's the preferable team to play in this scenario.
And you say that, and you're probably correct, and especially the Rams, because they lost to the Panthers earlier this year. Matthew Stafford had another fine game. He's thrown 45 touchdown passes. So now they get to go back to a place and play a team that beat them earlier this season for a playoff spot.
Okay, give me a scenario where I got to believe the Rams are going to be favored in that game. Yeah. Give me a scenario where the Panthers can win that one. How do they have to do it?
Well, I think a couple things have to happen. You have to slow this Ram offense down. It can't be back and forth, back and forth. That's the kind of game the Rams want to play. They want to put it in Matthew Stafford's hands and say, you know what, outscore them. And they can score points. Make it an ugly game. Run the football. Don't allow them to have the ball. Limit possessions. Maybe get a turnover or two. That helps you in games like this. You have a veteran quarterback in Matthew Stafford, played in a lot of playoff games. I think this is Bryce Young's first playoff game.
It sure is. In fact, it's the Panthers' first playoff game as a franchise in 8 years, and they're back in the postseason for the first time in all that time. First team in at least 35 years to have a losing record and lose their final game and still make the playoffs. So they're still alive. They're in the tournament. That's the good news. So the NFC South settled. The AFC South was up for